Hello viewers, welcome to today's episode. Today we are going to talk about why communication is a lifeline of marriage. Why is communication important in a marriage relationship? Do you know that many marriages don't fail because of lack of love? Many marriages fail because of poor communication. So communication is very important in a marriage relationship. It's interesting to note that you can live in the same house with your spouse but be emotionally distant from each other because your communication has been poor for a long time. So it is important to pay attention to the way we communicate in a home. So in a marriage relationship or in a relationship, communication is not just about talking, but communication is the tone that you use. What tone are you using when you're communicating with your loved ones? That will matter in a relationship. Also, communication is about listening. Oftentimes, we hear people speak, but we don't listen. You don't listen to understand. We just listen to respond. You want the other person to quickly finish and then you respond. Sometimes we also don't even wait for the person to finish. You already have an answer to respond. But communication is about listening. Communication is also about emotional safety. When you're communicating with your spouse, there should be that safety. You should feel that you are safe to communicate. You can be vulnerable with your spouse to communicate, and then that which you are communicating will not be used against you one day. It will not be used as a weapon against you. So communication, you want to feel safe when you're communicating with your spouse. Also, communication is about timing. You need to be able to gauge what time should I say this, what time should I not say this, how can I present this. Number one common mistake that we do when it comes to relationships is to assume. You assume that the person knows. You assume that the person should think. You assume that the person has seen me in this situation. But instead, we are supposed to ask. Communicate. Don't assume that the person would know. If he loves me, then he should be able to know. He should be able to understand what I'm going through. Express yourself. Communicate. Don't assume. And also, you sometimes we assume that he should know better. If he loves me, then he should know better. We're supposed to ask, to communicate, because assumptions, we can have wrong assumptions, but in communication you need to ask. Communication has to be clear. We cannot work on assumptions when it comes to communication. The second mistake that is commonly done when it comes to communication is keeping a record of wrongs. We tend to keep the records of the wrongs that your spouse has done. Oh, last month you did this. Last week you did the same. You said this. Now you have said it. Keeping a record of wrong builds resentment in a relationship. It's not healthy for the relationship in a long run, because you already have a record. You are piling up the mistakes, and none of us is perfect in this world. So we make mistakes sometimes. We forget important dates sometimes, but we are not supposed to keep a record of wrong. The record of wrong will negatively affect the relationship. It will not positively affect the relationship. It will destroy the relationship slowly. So we are not supposed to keep a record of wrongs. The third common mistake that people do in a relationship is trying to win an argument. When you are in a relationship, in a marriage relationship, we have no winners or losers. When there is a misunderstanding, the point is not to win the argument or to come out as the correct person. You are not there to say, I am correct, you are wrong. The point of communicating in a relationship is to build the relationship. is to strengthen the relationship, is to clear misunderstandings. If you go in a relationship and every discussion or misunderstanding you want to win, both of you will lose at the end of the day. It's the marriage that is going to lose. So when addressing issues in a relationship, the goal should not be I want to win. The goal should be to build the relationship. The goal should be to communicate, to connect, to strengthen the relationship, not to win, not to correct, not to come out as the wise one, but to build the relationship, to strengthen the relationship. Thank you so much for watching. May I encourage you to subscribe, like the video, and share it with others, and also click the notification button so that you are notified when we post another video. Thank you for watching. See you next time.